Hello students, welcome to e-learning lecture number 2. So we are going to learn today introduction to engineering mechanics lecture number 2. So today in this video we are going to concentrate on composition of forces in this resultant of force mainly. Then what about composition of forces? Composition of forces, it is nothing but the process of adding two or more forces, and also you can see if a number of forces acting on any object or a particle, it is possible to find out single force which produces same effect as that of given forces produced by these two forces. So this single force is called as a resultant force. So you can also define it as the process of finding out the resultant force. Resultant force can be said to be composition of forces. So next we can concentrate what is exactly resultant force. So you can observe here in the figure there is a ship and two boats here in two directions moving. So this boat is pulling with the force of T1, and this second boat is pulling this ship with the force of T2. So resultant force is said to be single force that produces same effect as that of given number of forces. So here there are two number of forces. So instead of applying or employing these two forces, we can employ one resultant force in between, which produces the same effect as of these two forces. So this F force, which is going to produce the same effect, is said to be resultant force here. So also you can find out on the right side in this corner, this is nothing but the x axis and this is y axis. So this x axis represents force in x direction, and y direction we concentrate on force in vertical direction. So these two forces which are producing the force and pulling some object here, okay, the same pull can be given by the resultant force, okay, by resultant force R, okay. So this R may be, say, consider the resultant force which is going to give the same pull or same effect as of this force X and force Y. So this is said to be resultant of force. So I want to now moving further, we will first learn regarding the basic in resolution of forces. What do you mean by resolution of forces? Resolving the forces into two components. So what are the components here? In the previous slide you may see this was Fx, one component, force in x component and force in y component. So these are two components of forces. So how to resolve this force into resultant force? Okay, so that we are going to concentrate. So first we will understand the triangle, basic triangle. Okay, so this triangle consists of angle theta. This triangle has the adjacent side, opposite side and hypotenuse side. So exactly opposite side of the theta we have this opposite side, and the base is having adjacent and the hypotenuse. So we know sin theta is nothing but opposite by hypotenuse and cos theta is nothing but adjacent by hypotenuse. The force X, so this horizontal force is nothing but force X in horizontal direction, and force Y should be in vertical direction. So this force Y can be kept here at this corner also. So this is shifted, this F1 or force in Y direction is shifted here to form a triangle to resolve these two components Fx and Fy using this trigonometry. So now coming to resolution of forces. Resolution of forces means to determine the components. As I said, these components are nothing but the x component and y component. So force in x direction, force in y direction, of given force in two directions in the same plane. So now you can see this is theta again. So this is force F and force in x direction, force in y direction. So now concentrating to calculate H. H means nothing but the horizontal component and V means vertical component. How to find this? So it is said to be force into cos theta. Why? Because F cos theta represents, because adjacent side is base, okay, F force in x direction. So and hypotenuse is F. So adjacent means what? Adjacent upon hypotenuse is cos theta. So we can come back and see adjacent upon hypotenuse is cos theta. So adjacent is horizontal component and hypotenuse is this inclined component, which is nothing but, in this figure we have this F component here and this is x component. So it is given by force into cos theta. So how it is converted? So it is nothing but horizontal divided by F. So this F will be below this H. So numerator will be H and denominator will be F. So cos theta is equal to adjacent upon hypotenuse. So this hypotenuse is shifted to the right side. So it is multiplied with cos theta. So F cos theta is the horizontal component and V is equal to vertical component is equal to F sin theta. Exactly opposite, because this arrow if you shift and place it here vertically, so this will be your opposite side of the triangle, correct? So opposite side upon hypotenuse will give you sin theta. So sin theta is equal to vertical component and this F if you shift it below V, so you will get the sin theta formula, that is nothing but vertical component divided by opposite component divided by hypotenuse. So this is going to be, this is nothing but the resolution of forces. So this F force we have resolved into two components, that is H horizontal component and vertical component. So just remember this basic. If this theta shifts on the either side of the force F, so we can again come back. So if you shift this theta at this location, okay, see here. Now if you shift this theta on this direction, you may find these two horizontal component and vertical component in opposite formulas. So horizontal component, here it was F cos theta and now it is F sin theta. Why? Because this theta is having opposite side now in horizontal fashion, because angle and its opposite side, this will be the horizontal component. So horizontal component will be opposite upon hypotenuse. So opposite is sin theta. So horizontal component divided by hypotenuse. So it will be F. So F sin theta and vertical direction it will be F cos theta, because now this vertical component is adjacent upon hypotenuse. So adjacent is V and hypotenuse is F. So F you shift it below V, you will get cos theta. So when you again cross multiply with F, it will be F cos theta vertical component. So this is nothing but the resolving. So resolution of forces. So you have resolved the F force into two components, horizontal and vertical. Now we will concentrate on one of the problems taken in this video. So problem number one, find the horizontal and vertical component of the following forces. So 15 kilonewton acts at 30 degree to x-axis. You may find this, the angle of inclination is 30 degrees for this force 15 kilonewton. So now we will come back to the two components. Here in this we have this H component as F cos theta. So vertical component as F sin theta. You may see F is nothing but what? 15 kilonewton and cos theta. Theta is nothing but 30 degrees. So H component you can see 15 kilonewton into cos 30, you will get 13 kilonewton, and vertical component F is again 15 kilonewton, and vertical component is nothing but this vertical component. If you shift it here, and it will be opposite side, opposite upon hypotenuse will give you V is equal to F sine theta. Okay, so 15 into sine 30, theta is again 30, so it is nothing but 7.5 kilonewton. So now here the horizontal component we have found out as 13 kilonewton and vertical component as 7.5 kilonewton. So these two forces are acting, say consider, okay, so these two forces are acting in two directions, okay, and the same effect is given by this force 15 kilonewton, correct? So if you pull with 7.5 kilonewton with the vertical component and horizontal component with 13 kilonewton, okay, so whatever the effect is there on the object at this location, okay, can be pulled with a resultant force that is nothing but 15 kilonewton. Only the single force can give the same effect of pulling instead of employing these two forces. But it is here, this problem is exactly the opposite. We are finding the two components out of this resultant force. Now second problem we can concentrate. Find the horizontal and vertical component of the following forces. 55 kilonewton acts at 60 degree to y-axis. Now you can see the theta is not at the x-axis, it is at the y-axis. So F force is 55 kilonewton, and we are going to find out force in vertical direction, force in horizontal direction. So again the formula here, if you shift this x force here, okay, it will form a triangle in this fashion, okay, in this fashion. So opposite side of this angle is this horizontal component. So horizontal divided by the hypotenuse is nothing but sine theta. So sine theta, this F will be below H. So I have shifted this F on the top, on the right side. So it is nothing but the horizontal component is equal to F sine theta. So coming back to the solution. So put the F value in horizontal component 55 kilonewton, sine 60 degrees. So theta is nothing but 60 degrees. Put as it has 60. So you will get 47.63 kilonewton. And the vertical component, this component is nothing but adjacent side, and this is hypotenuse side in this triangle, particular triangle, correct? Because theta is resting on the y-axis. So F cos theta is adjacent upon hypotenuse, so it is nothing but F cos theta, the relation. So vertical 55 into cos 60, you will get 27.5 kilonewton. So horizontal component and vertical component of the following forces we have found out. So thank you students. We will continue in lecture number 3.